good old meeting between lovely lads like these. It's only a gym class hero sandwich. How you doing, guys?
We're well.
Oh, it's so sexy, y'all.
I don't know where you're going or when you're coming.
How's it feel in the middle of this gym class?
It feels quite lovely, actually. Now, people actually thought that the band had split up because you, Travis, you did go off and have your solo album and success. But why the sudden break? Why did you choose to let him go away?
We were just tired of working with him. So, hey, go do your own thing for a while.
Honestly, it wasn't like a meticulously plotted out thing. It kind of just happened. We were on tour with Lil Wayne and T-Pain. I started writing a few songs with Pain, and one thing led to another, and I ended up with, a bunch of cool songs. And it was actually just going to be a mixtape. And I played some of the songs for our manager, and they were really stoked on it, and I decided to just full out put out an album, and it was in no way a plot to go off and start my own, career or anything. It was just something that we always have done in this band. We've always had other musical outlets, and this was just one that was kind of put out on a larger scale.
Both knew this type of life didn't come with instructions, so I'm trying to do my best to make something out of nothing. And sometimes it gets downright shitty. In fact, when you calling, I don't even know what city I'm at.
I think anything that we do outside of Gym Class Heroes benefits the group altogether. So, I think Lazarus definitely turned some heads to the new Gym Class record that might not have, necessarily checked it out before. And, we have Eric has a metal band called Willing Swords, who otherwise might not have checked out Gym Class Heroes, and so on and so forth. So it was no big in sync, Justin Timberlake. I'm out of here, guys. Have fun.
It beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note.
Most importantly, you are back together as a group. You came back with the track Stereo Hearts. Why did you feel that was the right song to come back and showcase your music?
I think we all kind of felt like it was a very big song for us, and it just felt like the right song to sort of, reintroduce ourselves. But I think by no means is that where the album ends. I think like these days, I think people are just used to either buying singles or, buying an album with 3 singles and a bunch of filler on it. And so for this album, that's something that we really concentrated on and worked hard towards, was making an album that was just had a lot of substance from front to back, and the singles was kind of an afterthought. I think like towards the end of the recording process, we wanted to make sure that there were some really strong lead-off songs to sort of bring people into this whole album. But at the end of the day, we just worked really hard to make a cohesive and good record.
If I was an old school 50-pound boombox, would you hold me on your shoulder wherever you walk? Would you turn my volume up in front of the cops and crank it higher every time they told you to stop?
Now, Adam Levine is on the track. How did you get him on that? How did the collaboration come together? Was it like a management thing, or did you just call him and say,
we were actually in LA, and we bought ski masks, hunted down his address, and waited for him to leave his apartment, and we proceeded to kidnap him, drag him to the studio, and at gunpoint made him sing Stereo Hearts. So if you listen, there's kind of a quiver.
He's choking a little bit. Yeah.
You can tell he's scared. It's kind of how we get most of the features on our albums.
Just
really
scare him into doing it. Yeah. Now, talking of the new album, Paper Cut Chronicles 2, where did the Paper Cut Chronicles title come from? I know that was the name of your first album that you released, but where did it come from?
It actually came. I used to make mixtapes for a girlfriend of mine, and I used to put these wacky titles on them, like these titles. And I would spend weeks on end making these mixtapes, you know. So they were like elaborate stories, and I put like movie clips in them, and then I give them these crazy titles. And one of them was just happened to be named The Paper Cut Chronicles. So I stole it from one of the mixtapes I made for one of my ex-girlfriends, and it just seemed so fitting because the album kind of chronicled a few years in my life, you know, the growing pains, the ups, the downs, you know, all the rounds, the good, the bad, the ugly, and it just felt right. Yeah.
Talk us through the process of the album. Was it different from making the first album? Did you know exactly what direction you wanted to go musically with it?
I think we all had a pretty good idea. And you know, we definitely wanted to base it on what we did on the first album, but sort of expand on that. And I think we've all grown a lot as people and as musicians since we did that first record. You know, we were really young when we did that album, and we did it with really naive intentions. You know, we just wanted to put out an album that we could give to our friends.
You are called the gym class heroes, but who are your heroes?
My heroes are probably my dad and my mom.
Oh.
Probably my dad and Daryl Hall.
Thank you, gym class heroes.